So step 2, claim the high ground. Here's a sobering statistic. 73% of market leaders aren't the best in their category. They're just the most visible. And while you've been perfecting your craft, inferior competitors have been perfecting their positioning. They've figured out something you haven't. Markets don't crown the best player, they crown the one who defines the game. Today, I'm revealing step 2 of the authority displacement protocol, how to claim the high ground by becoming the category definer instead of just another participant fighting for scraps. In the next 6 minutes, you'll discover why category creators control markets while everyone else fights for leftovers. I'll show you the exact process I use to transform from another SEO consultant to creating an entirely new category called authority-driven SEO, and how this shift changed everything for clients like Disney and Sony. Plus, you'll get the specific framework for developing your own proprietary approach that makes traditional competitors look outdated. The category creator advantage. Kevin Kelly said it perfectly. If you define the categories, you don't have to compete in them. But here's my observation. Most business owners would rather improve their existing mousetrap by 10% than admit they need to build a completely different kind of trap. They're optimizing for yesterday's game instead of inventing tomorrow's rules. Here's a personal story from my engineering background. My engineering background actually taught me this lesson in reverse. In electronics, we'd often spend months perfecting circuit designs, making them 15% more efficient or 20% smaller. But the real breakthroughs came when someone said, what if we don't need this circuit at all? And created an entirely new approach. When I started my business with no money, I carried this thinking into consulting. Instead of offering better SEO services like everyone else, I created authority-driven SEO, connecting search optimization directly to credibility building. This wasn't just an improvement, it was a category shift that made traditional SEO feel incomplete. Suddenly, clients like Disney and Sony weren't comparing my services with other SEO providers. They were comparing my novel approach with their outdated traditional methods. The psychology behind it. Here's what most people miss. When you position yourself as a category creator, you're not arguing that you're better, you're demonstrating that others are playing an outdated game. It's psychological warfare disguised as thought leadership. Traditional competitors can't respond by being better at what they do. They have to acknowledge that what they do might be insufficient. You've moved the conversation from who's the best SEO provider to why are you still using traditional SEO when authority-driven approaches exist? The framework. The systematic approach starts with developing proprietary frameworks or methodologies. Don't just rebrand existing solutions. Create genuinely new approaches that address problems others aren't even discussing. Second, name your approach something distinctive. Not advanced marketing or strategic consulting, but something that immediately signals this is different. When someone hears your methodology name, they should understand this represents a new way of thinking. Third, educate your market about problems they didn't know they had and solutions they didn't know existed. Your content should make prospects realize that conventional approaches are missing critical elements. I tell clients that creating a new category is like being the first person to wear jeans to a black tie event. Initially, people think you didn't get the memo. Eventually, they realize you're writing a new memo and everyone else looks overdressed for the occasion. This positioning shift transforms how prospects evaluate you. Instead of comparing your services with competitors' services, they're comparing your novel approach with outdated traditional methods. You've moved from being a vendor to being a visionary. Companies that master this don't just win more business, they become the standard that others try to copy. But by then, you're already 3 steps ahead. Claiming the high ground as a category definer is powerful, but it's only step 2 of the complete 5-step authority displacement protocol. The remaining steps show you how to build unbreachable credibility moats and force complete market realignment. The complete system, including specific templates for developing your proprietary methodology and positioning statements, is available in my 90-day authority displacement execution plan. You can access immediately with a trial subscription to my Substack newsletter. The link is in the description. Stop competing in other people's categories and start defining your own. Remember, while your competitors are trying to be the best player in the existing game, category creators are inventing new games with new roles. In our next video, we'll cover step 3, how to create credibility moats that competitors find impossible to replicate. Until then, start thinking about what category you could create instead of what category you're competing in. The market is waiting for someone to show them a better way. It might as well be you.